Do you know what an HBCU is?
Yes, an HBCU is a historically black college or university.
No, I do not.
Historically black college.
HBCU means Historically Black College and University. That began in 1837. And this story is to showcase why they are still important.
When I visited Fisk, I just felt like I was at home even though they didn't even know me.
I talked to my father about that.
There were students that from all over the country that attended the school, as well as from Africa and the islands, and they can come around and be around black people and see the richness of our culture.
During the 1800s, most black people were barred from attending traditional institutions of higher education due to discrimination. There was no structured form of education for black youths. In 1837, Richard Humphreys founded the first HBCU, Cheney University of Pennsylvania, with the main goal of educating black youths so they could become tradesmen. After the Civil War ended in 1864, there was an increase in the number of higher education schools for blacks. HBCUs still exist today, and there are currently over 100 in the United States.
I attended Cheney University, which is the oldest historical black college in the United States. I was a graduate, class of 91.
But the problem for HBCUs is enrollment and funding for students. Government funding for education as a whole is down by almost 14%. HBCU funding is worse, down by 15%. Kevin Guile is on Cheney's National Board of Directors, and he says the number of black students enrolling has dropped.
Yes, there's been a decline when a lot of the other institutions, the predominantly white institutions, opened up their doors for more diversity. You know, the HBCUs wasn't prepared, I guess, to compete for those good students. And when you compete and get scholarships and free scholarships and grants versus someone who had to pay a student loan, you're going to go with your pocketbook or your wallet. You know, that's a real hard decision for a lot of families. Those table discussions, kitchen table discussions.
As the Pew Research Center reports, by fall 1980, 17% of black students enrolled in degree-granting institutions were enrolled at an HBCU. By 2000, that share had declined to 13%, and it stood at 9% in 2015. Even though students may be interested in attending, they may not be able to, and the reason is cost. The average tuition cost is upwards of $22,000 without scholarships. Can the average teen afford that?
Probably not. I mean, I'm basing everything off scholarships right now, so.
The hope is that people still attend.
I think when you kind of walk away from HBCUs, you walk away from a lot of opportunities. And they are very more important today than they were yesterday.
If money could be found, there would be great interest.
Yes, yeah, I will.
Yeah, I would.
And my dad did. He went to Howard University in Washington, D.C.
Sometimes you feel like you're the smart African American in the class, but coming to Howard, you learn that, hey, they're intelligent African Americans, they're intelligent black people, they're intelligent people of color everywhere. And that gives you a confidence and it gives you determination not to let your people down, so that when you walk into any setting, you're over-prepared and you want to make a statement not only for yourself, but for your culture.
It is incredibly important for teenagers looking at colleges to see HBCUs as a viable option for a higher education. These institutions will give you a unique opportunity to explore black culture and provide a sense of unity that you may not be able to find anywhere else.